regular season and us being in the World Series, there's a lot of changes going on in uh, most teams as far as players. Some of them have gotten rid of their managers, coaches, upper level staff as well, GMs, bring in new people. Mets being one of which, Mets bring in Mr. Stentz for president of baseball operations. Um, and of course, with that move, we also lost Showalter. Um, I mean, I think we can all agree it on for the Mets. We had a good team. We had a good run this year. Um, but ultimately, it is time to bring in new leadership. Uh, and I agree with the new president of baseball operations that we need to go in a new direction with the team, so that we're winning more often than we are falling behind, and we have a better shot at the division championship, national championship, and possibly even getting up into the World Series. Um, yes, with Showalter, we've come up into the division and did pretty well. Um, but again, I agreed. I believe it's time for a change and for the team to go in a new direction. Um, as for the Oakland A's, come on, guys. I know you're mad about possible leaving or you guys not getting a new stadium, but you've got to remember there's certain things you've got to do to you've got to stay loyal to your fans. Okay, your true, like I said, ride or die fans will stick with you through thick, thin, win, lose. Um, but just because of a raw deal you guys have got doesn't mean you have to throw your whole season out. Come on, you guys are professional ball players. I'm hoping that every baseball player plays for the right reasons. Uh, though I get some of them do not. Uh, some of them play for the wrong reasons, and that can be that. But back to Oakland, I digress. Um, though you're in a sucky situation, you still got to make a good season. You can't rank at the bottom and expect every one of your fans to stick. It's going to be your most loyal fans that'll always be there and support you. Um, but again, doesn't mean you just throw your whole season away because you're not getting the deal that you want. You've got a lot of support and backing there in Oakland. You've got all those fans there who don't want to see you go. Um, that's where it's a hard decision and hard thing to do. Example is the Tampa Bay Rays. They held out. They finally, from my understanding, last I heard, got a deal to stay in St. Pete slash Tampa. They're more in St. Pete than they are Tampa, but we won't get into that matter. But they finally got their agreement, from my understanding, for a new stadium. I'll keep up on that. Keep you updated on that. Um, but I think a lot of the teams that are lacking definitely need to look at taking the team in a different direction, looking at your players, looking at your leadership staff, and saying, hey, what's got to change to make us a better, higher contender in the league, um, and get us out more often and keep our fans happy. Um, because ultimately, remember, the game is nothing without us, the fans, supporting you and being there. And just like I am now with giving you guys shout outs and um, keeping fellow fans who are actually watching me play up to date with um, information. But ultimately, any team, and I know the Mets get a bad rep right now because most of their upper leadership, they've made some bad decisions on previous leaders. Everybody's worried about the same thing with this guy. I don't think there's going to be an issue with Stentz with the new president of baseball operations. I think he's going to be solid in that position. I think he's a great fit for that position. Now we've just got to get a good team manager, and maybe we should also think about actually bringing in a GM again, but this time doing due diligence, doing the work, and making sure we're not going to get somebody who's going to tarnish the image of the team, not going to tarnish the image of the position um, after they get it, you know, like has been done in the past, or even comes into it with a dirty background. If they have a dirty background, they shouldn't be coming in to lead the team anyway. Uh, excuse me. But again, we as Mets need to work on our upper leadership. Our upper leadership. So with that, let's see what we're looking